Hey everybody, got another video here for you. So, full disclosure, the block is actually not quite as tall at the back as is the front. It's square, and when I just laid it out and marked it up before, I had it turned sideways, so I had to turn it around this way and remark it for drilling. And then, to make sure I didn't get confused, I put tape over the old punch holes to make sure I drilled the correct set of holes and not the ones where it was turned around 90 degrees from where it was supposed to be. So that goes like that. Looks like action is, less than 1/10 of a mil too high. So, once I finish the guitar, I might sand 1/2 mil off of the bridge block. I might just leave it the way it is. I mean, it's real close. It's like maybe 1/2 mil higher than I would normally set the guitar, so. If that. Okay, at this point, I think I've done enough test assembly that everything is okay, and I can go ahead and put the parts back into the paint shop and finish the paint job on it. I've got the bridge block squared away, and I've got this thing working, the leg bar system. So yeah, everything's been tested and proven. So yeah, back to the paint shop for I guess some cracked metallic purple lightning and an enamel and enamel clear coat. Well, metallic flake purple doesn't seem to really work. It doesn't really stand out a lot, and it's not even purple. It's kind of gray, if anything. I tried it on some clear wood, and it's not much better on the clear wood, so yeah. I think that I need to figure out something else. I can always, like, sand this back and re-dye it. So yeah, sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss. Life in the finishing lane. On this purple stuff, I'm guessing it's the fact that the wood is not sealed, and you probably get much better results if the wood was sealed first with something or another. So, yeah, live and learn. Okay, working on the purist here. Yeah, we're in the paint shop. I hope you can hear me. Got a little music going. Let's take a look at this. Okay. 4 light coats of lacquer, then a sandback, and then a 5th coat. No, nothing else yet. And I think I'm just going to leave it like that. This is the Gibson method. You sand before the last coat of lacquer, and then they go to buffer. But I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Might throw some wax on it, maybe slick it up a little bit, but that'd be about it. Might be a good candidate for the Renaissance. The rest of the parts, hold on a sec. Okay, here's the body. So once again, I'm going for this, like, coated but textured kind of a thing. And yeah, it turned out beautiful, just like Guitar 9. But here's the thing, is that every place between here, whoa, don't fall, between here and all the way down to here, where your hand touches when you're playing, this is all but handed, like, yeah. You know how it is, it's all about the feel. This was done by feel before the final coat of lacquer. And this also, you can maybe see. Okay, basically everything from here up has been sanded 600 as smooth as a baby's bottom. Oh my God, that's sweet, yeah. So, on this, I was thinking, instead of just giving the whole thing another coat of lacquer, that I'm just going to use the buffer polisher thingy on the drill on this part with a little compound in order to, you know, polish it up and luster it up a bit. And other than that, man, this thing is ready to go. So now the rest of the parts, hold on. Okay, so here's the swing bar parts. Everything turned out super beautiful, if I do say so myself. Yeah, it's, once again, it's this like textured but glossy and sealed kind of a surface. Okay, so we're talking 3-4 light coats of lacquer. I was actually a little kind of worried because I ran out of lacquer, had to wait 2 days, got a 6-pack in, and then I burned through, like, I'm on my 3rd can already in order to do this guitar plus like most of the X13 prototype. So yeah, the lacquer uses, you're talking, you know, 1.5, 2 cans per guitar kind of a thing. Unfortunately, even just getting to this level, and this is maybe 2/3 the amount of lacquer required for like a Gibson style finish, which would be 5 layers sanding and then a 6th layer and then buffing. And this is like 4 light layers, the equivalent of like maybe 2 or 3 heavy layers of lacquer. But yeah, this is ready to go. I'm not gonna, whoa, I think I just ran out of gas. I'll be back. Okay, let's try this again. So here are the swing bar parts, and yeah, I'm really pleased with the results. We're talking about, got some dirt on it. We're talking about like 4 light layers of lacquer, no sand, no polish, no nothing, or dirt. And then I'm gonna have to hit that with some paint. But yeah, same kind of result for the knob. Now the bar, on like the second to last coat, would have been, battery's low, we're okay. Yeah, second to last coat, I was like about halfway through it, and it fell off of the hanger, and yeah, it took a dive and hit the ground, and ended up with like leaves and stuff stuck on it. So half painted, half lacquered, half sticky. So let it dry, brush all the stuff off, come in with a razor blade, scrape all little bits out of the clear coat, and then another coat, and yeah, we're good again. Once again, all nice and clean, and yeah, looking good. So I'm thinking, now see this part here, it's got a little less black. You can actually see a little bit of wood through it, and I'm thinking that would be a cool kind of a finish, a kind of a stone washed black, like stone washed jeans. Yeah, I think I gotta try that on a guitar. Kind of a faded black stain. But anyway, okay, so yeah, this is the swing bar parts, and that's pretty much all the parts of, well, the bridge block. Hold on. Okay, so here's the bridge block, and yeah, pretty much the same results. Got a bit more of that stone wash kind of effect on both sides. Yeah, I'm really kind of liking that, man, so I'll have to give that a try sometime. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to need some paint. I keep getting sawdust on it. Yeah, if you want to see, yeah, this is the shop, man. Life in the shop lane. Okay, so yeah, that's going to need some paint, and other than that, a little polish on the heel, on the body, and I think baby is good to go for assembly. So in case I forgot to mention, you can see how like this is all the textured finish here. This is where it's been smoothed, and all the way to like about here. Well, it's also smooth up here, but yeah, from here to here, basically every place where your left hand, since it's a right-handed guitar, every place where your fretting hand is going to go, from down here at the handshake heel area, all the way up to the neck area when you're doing your open bar chords, then or your cowboy chords, wherever they call them. Yeah, that's all been done to 600, and this just needs a bit of polish. Make it as shiny as that. Okay, so the basic idea is I'm going to do a little of this on a little of this on this, but only on the back sides and the tip of the heel, and these sides, this has not been sanded. I mean, look, it's got the same kind of sheen and crustiness level. I don't know. What the hell would you call that? How rough it looks. Yeah, it's got the same how rough it looks level as all the rest of the body. And it's not really rough. I mean, it's got texture to it. It's a little coarser than 600 grit. It's finer than 320 though. Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. Enough to get a good grip. Okay, I know you all like to see action, so I'm going to set up the camera stand and put this thing on a stand, and it's going to be no audio because I'm going to be listening to the Doobie Brothers, but YouTube won't let you listen to the Doobie Brothers on this video, so sorry guys. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay, with that last bit of polishing, I do believe that, yeah, it's out of the paint shop. So, oh my God, that feels so nice. But anyway, yeah. So it's officially out of the paint shop, and let me think for a sec. Don't know. Can't remember now. Yeah. It's out of the paint shop though, for sure. I guess I was distracted by how nice it feels. Yeah, so it's out of the paint shop and put it together, and yeah, pretty straightforward from there. I mean, it's like, you guys see me do this on half a dozen other builds. And when I say guys, I mean guys and girls in the vernacular. So, yeah. So you all have seen me do this, the final assembly, a number of times. But yeah, God is in the details, so you never can tell what I'm going to come across. Let's just pray I get a break on the neck break angle situation. Okay, guitar's out of the paint shop, and here are the results. The neck got 4 light coats of lacquer, sanded back to 600, and then a final coat of lacquer. The body got 4 coats of lacquer. The heel area was sanded back to 600. Every place where you touch it, the neck's going to go on this side. But all this section here, it was sanded back to 600, all in this region, to make it nice and smooth. And then it was polished with the drill and the foam attachment and some polishing compound. And this has not been sanded or polished or anything, the rest of the body. And likewise for all the bars and the bridge block and the thumb screw, they all basically got about 4 light coats, and nothing's been sanded back or polished or anything like that. And they are all pretty smooth. Oh wait, this one, I was like about halfway through the 4th coat, and it fell off of the hanger onto the ground and landed in the dirt and the leaves. So I hung it up, let it dry, and then once it was dry, I pulled all the leaves that were stuck in the clear coat off of it, and then I came in with a razor blade and scraped off anything that was embedded in the clear coat. Fortunately, I didn't go all the way through the stain or the dye. And then I gave it one more coat. And so actually I scraped away the dirt, and then that made that part of the bar smoother than the rest. So I just very quickly scraped over the entire thing with the razor blade, using it as a scraper, more or less kind of same thing as sanding with 600. And then it got the last coat of lacquer. And this is the result. No buffing, no further sanding or anything like that. And once again, it's pretty darn smooth, and it's ready to go. And same idea with these guys. No sanding, no buffing or anything. Gives a little bit of a texture to it. Speaking of textures, I just ordered up some crinkle finish black paint for testing on guitar finishes. And I also ordered up some Teflon tape to put on the back of a guitar neck. That might be interesting too. Yeah, so there's the bridge block, and it really doesn't matter what it looks like since it'll pretty much all be hidden. That side will go, one side goes against the body, the other side's going to be totally covered by tuners, so it doesn't really matter if I drop it and mess it up. But anyway, yeah, everything's out of the paint shop and ready to go, so now it's time to start putting it back together. Well, this thing was only in the paint shop for 3 days, but apparently it was long enough to lose the neck screws. So it looks like I'm going to have to cut another pair to length. I've searched the entire shop and I can't find them anywhere. So yeah, the screws I have are 35 mil, I think, the stock length, and this particular build is going to require 28 mil screws. So Breaking Bad with the Dremel cut off again. Time to make some sparks. So I was digging up the bridge plate and the mounting screws for it, and guess what I came across? The missing neck screws, or bolts. Yeah, there's only one God, and his name is Murphy. And there the rule of thumb is that shit don't show until you go get more. So I wouldn't find these until I fabbed up another set. Okay, I think that's going to do it for this video. So until the next one, everybody, have a good one.